believe how it got everywhere.
Well, you've only got to spill a cup of tea to see the mess it makes. Funny thing, Mortar, it's the only compound that expands in the cold. Everything else contracts, which is why you get bursts, you see. The water freezes and...
Yeah, I think I'd worked that out for myself, Dad. This is still sopping wet.
Well, it will be in this weather. Mind you, your fellow will be at home here, Molly. Being an old soak himself.
Dad, please.
I've had to forget to pay the insurance. It's basic, isn't it? It's like wiping your backside, that one.
Dad!
Sorry, girl, but it's just, you know, I still can't get over that I took you away from Derry just to have you meet a drunken Mick at the Irish Centre.
I know, and how I broke your heart by getting involved.
Oh, that's a good word for it. It was up to spout in my day.
It's called destiny.
Got to be something mystical. What about this? What's the destiny for this?
Greg Shadrick's giving us an estimate on the building works. He reckons about 3 months.
Say 4, then.
Yeah.
So we better get the sleeping arrangements sorted out in that house, if Sinbad will let us stay.
I think he's looking forward to the cash.
So long as we don't give it to his nibs to give to him, then.
Dad, listen, would you do me a favour? Joey knows what he's done and what it cost us, so would you just go easy on him, please? Just for me, eh?
Hello? Oh, yeah, he's here. It's Brookside Comp.
Hello? Yeah? Yeah, that's convenient. Right, thanks.
What did he say?
Karen Dalton, my head of department, wants to see me at 4 o'clock.
Well.
Too late to find Susan now, isn't it? Well, this is it, Lens. I know it is. I'm finished.
Here we go.
Hello? No, I do not want a new kitchen! Oh, Lord.
If only I had a few more days to find Susan.
Look, whatever happens today, you just make sure you have your say. Don't let them walk all over you because you're innocent. You never touched the girl. Hey, yeah.
All right.
What are you doing back?
Oh, these new shoes. They're too big. Feet are killing me. You haven't got any of them inner soles, have you?
Oh, I've got some bought ages ago, but couldn't tell you where they are.
Oh, there's not gone back yet?
No, it's there because I'm taking it back today.
Where are you off to, Dad?
To get the sack.
Dad, he's been called into school.
All right. Well, you make sure you fight. That kid should be expelled for accusing you of that.
Yes, she should.
Oh, Jackie, could you do me a favour?
Like what?
Well, I suppose you've heard that I'm on my own at the moment.
I
Well, it's just a little awkward with Harry, and... Well, I wondered if you could babysit for me tonight. If I could just get out for an hour or two.
Haven't you seen enough of her over the past 20 years without seeing her tonight?
Come on, Harry.
Maxie, let's have a look at the little fella then.
But Ron, he's just settled down.
He's fine with his Uncle Ron, aren't you, my son? Come on, there's that big boy.
Well, I tell you what, mate, he seems a lot more settled with you and all. I've seen him a few times with your missus and talk about crime. Mind you, I suppose he was picking up on her being a bit wound up and tired, like, you know, with her being pregnant.
Yes, maybe.
I heard about you and Susanna, by the way.
I suppose everyone has.
Yeah, I also heard what Jackie said. Don't let it get to you, mate. You've made the biggest mistake of all, you know that, don't you? Getting found out. Believe me, I know. When I started off out with Bev, the women round here treated me like I was some kind of flaming leper. Talk about unclean. Where is she now, then, your missus?
She's staying with her sister just for a few days.
Oh, well, give her a chance to think things over. She'll probably come round in the end, eh?
No, I better get on then.
Ah, there you go. All right, Smiler. God, he's a little belter. And listen, Max, well, I know you and I have had our run-ins over the years, but, well, if I can ever help out with the little fella, you've only got to ask him.
Thanks very much, Ron.
Funnily enough, great grannies have just started a babysitting service. Every sitter personally vetted by me. Every one of them an experienced mother and grandmother. So there you go, mate, whenever you need a break.
Very kind of you.
It's a genuine offer, Max. It's no fun being left holding a baby. Ta-da.
Don't know how he can show his face.
Oh, come on, Jack. I've done what he's done. And so's your Jimmy with that one from the betting shop, remember? And, I think you're forgetting about. So, let's live and let live, eh?
And you're forgetting that went nowhere. Certainly not for 20 flaming years. Living a lie for all that time. I'm sorry, that makes him seriously rotten in my book.
I can't find them!
Have you tried the bottom of the wardrobe?
Right.
Hi. Thought you'd be out in the cabs.
I thought that, Sue.
I thought I'd stay here, lend a hand, wait for the evening crowd. Better fares, better tips.
I got a good tip the other day.
Let me guess, something about don't forget to pay the insurance.
Aye, you've heard that one, have you? Hey, some tea, girl.
How about a tranquilizer?
You'd need an elephant gun to keep that fella tranquil.
Greg Shadwick reckons the house might take 3 or 4 months.
Not that long.
Amazing what one little check could have saved.
Dad, enough's enough.
Sorry, girl.
So if we're going to be here that long, we really need to sort out who's sleeping where properly.
I had a word with Sinbad earlier. Young Tim is definitely moving across the road with him and that chippy fella. So with the boys in the garage, we can put Kelly in the small room, you and me in the back room, and Grumpy Chops here can have his own room back.
Well, that sounds good. What about the cost?
And the building insurance will cover that.
Well, you paid that one, did you?
It's in with the mortgage.
So we're only down on the cost of new furniture, carpets and that.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been worse, eh? We'll just have to put in extra hours to get through Christmas.
If you can.
Fingers crossed.
God knows what she ever saw in you.
An escape from you, maybe.
Do you want one? What are you doing with that?
Shouldn't I be asking you that? It was in your stuff.
Just put it down.
I don't believe this. I look under my wife's bed and I find a handgun. Whose is it? Whose is it?
It's mine.
Why do you need something like this? Well, come on, Lindsay. I need some answers. What are you doing with a handgun under your bed? Who left it there? Barry Grant?
It's got nothing to do with him.
I want the truth, Lindsay, not lies. He's left it there, hasn't he? You're keeping it for him. Is it the same one he stuck in my face?
I swear it's got nothing to do with him. It's mine. And I got it because of us.
What?
Why do you think Gary didn't turn up at the custody hearing? Why he gave up all rights of access to our Kylie?
You killed him.
I didn't. But I hated him enough to kill him.
When?
It was the night before the court case.
What, that Sunday, the bank holiday weekend?
I got it just to frighten him. Told him I was going to kill him. He was terrified. Did the trick.
You still haven't told me where you got it from.
Rose Finnegan got it for me.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure you didn't get it from Grant?
I told you, he hasn't got anything to do with it.
I can't believe you would go threatening someone with a gun.
Only because I hated him for what he was doing to us. I was desperate.
You could have been jailed. What if you pulled the trigger? You'd have been locked up for life. You can get locked up for just having one of these now. God almighty, Lindsay, it was an insane thing to do.
I know all that, but it worked. It was a gamble, but it made our lives better. It got rid of him, can't you see that?
Yes. That doesn't make it right, does it? Normal people don't do things like that.
And normal people don't blackmail their wives over access rights. They don't demand ridiculous amounts of money to keep away from their own kids. Oh, and they don't rape people either. It was the only way to get rid of the maggot like Gary Stanlow.
This family, some of the things I've heard, I've seen. It's unreal.
I just want you to accept. I took a gun to Gary for us. Us and our Kylie.
I wouldn't have thought of that in a million years.
It had to be done.
So why didn't you get rid of it?
In case Gary came back.
Well, there's no need. The court records say that Gary can't see our Kylie anymore. We're married, he's history. Come on, give it to me. I'll chuck it in the river now.
No. No, you're right. It's big trouble even having one of these, and I've been stupid, so I'll get rid of it. I don't want you getting involved, okay?
But you'll definitely get shot.
Yeah, it's just finding the right place, you know, so I won't go turning up again. I'm sorry, Peter. I will get rid of it. Come in.
I've had a talk with Susan, and she's told me something very important which affects your position. Susan, perhaps you'd like to tell Mr. Corkill what you told me.
When I said you touched me and that, I made it up. I shouldn't tell lies, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm afraid it's not all right, and I think Susan realises that now. Tell Mr. Corkill why you did it.
Because of the drug dealers, miss. They would make me bring stuff into school, and Mr. Corkill guessed what I was doing. I said he touched me because I was frightened he'd tell the police, and the dealers would get me. I was scared.
What are you, Olive? Did she tell you what they did to her?
Yes, they sound like a dangerous lot. And I think Susan's very grateful you came to her rescue, even after she got you into serious trouble. Aren't you, Susan?
Yeah, miss.
Right, you can go now.
Thanks, sir.
Go on, Susan. And hey, keep out of bad company.
Miss?
Yes?
I just wanted to say, I think Mr. Corkill's a hero, miss. And I'm sure the teachers will like him. It'd be great.
Thank you, Susan. Though I'm sure that might provoke some discussion in the staff room. Seriously, though, Jimmy, I can't tell you how sorry I am you've had to go through all this. It must have been a nightmare for you and your family.
I'm just glad it's all over.
I'm afraid it'd be a while before people stop pointing the finger. You know what some of our kids are like. I'd understand completely if you wanted to apply for transfer to another school.
Eh?
It can be arranged immediately.
Oh, well, no way. I work here.
You want to come back?
Defo, no question about it.
Are you sure? It won't be easy for a while, not after what's happened. But I don't want to lose a teacher I value.
Look, all I want is my job back and the chance to prove that I'm no pervert.
In that case, I'd like to welcome you back to the department. Hero. Right. Well, I'll see you first thing Monday, then.
Too right you will.
Susanna? Susanna, what are you doing sitting in the dark?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice.
You're not even dressed.
Sorry.
I thought you'd gone out because no one answered when I phoned.
Phone's been ringing all day.
Max.
I suppose so.
Let him sweat. I can't believe what he's done to you. 20 years!
I keep thinking of all the things we did together, and it's all spoilt now. Because I know he was going from me to her.
I've never liked him, you know that. Perhaps this is the reason why. Maybe instinctively, I always knew he wasn't to be trusted. It's amazing to think that he was going with her the day you introduced us. The day you announced your engagement, even when he left you for Patricia Crosby. Susanna, I can't tell you how glad I am you found out what a pig he is.
I was remembering today our engagement party. I fell out that morning, didn't we? Because she wanted me to pull out and I wouldn't. God, I wish I'd listened.
So do I. We didn't speak for 2 years after that.
Sorry.
At least I can say I told you so. Do you think he's had any other affairs?
For all I know, he could have had dozens. I just don't know.
Do you think you'll go back to him?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh, all right, Maxie. Hope I haven't kept you, mate.
Ron? I thought I was getting a great granny, or a lady babysitter at least.
Ah, well, your booking was a bit short notice, I'm afraid. It's Christmas party time, you see. All my girls are booked up.
Even Jessie?
Even Jessie. Sorry, mate. But look, I don't mind stepping into the breach. I wouldn't ask my girls to do anything I wouldn't do myself. So go on, Maxie. Off you go. You enjoy yourself.
I don't know.
Maxie, will you go on? And look, if you get detained overnight, you know what I mean? Don't worry, just give us a ring, all dust down here. No extra charge.
Are you sure you can manage, though?
Yeah, no problem. Brought my own video and a couple of light ales.
I meant Harry.
Maxie, I've had 3 kids of my own, remember? I'm not an amateur.
Okay, yeah. Thanks.
He doesn't mean half of what he says, you know.
Is that why he says twice as much as he needs to? The man is such an idiot.
Runs in the family.
Someone to see you, Dad?
I'm not disturbing anything, am I?
No. Come in.
I won't stay long. It's just that when the lads all heard what had happened to you... About the house, like, well, we had a bit of a whip around. Well, it isn't much like, but every little helps, eh?
It certainly does, Benny. This is wonderful.
What are friends for, eh?
Would you like to stay for tea?
No, thank. I've got to get off.
Oh, a cup of tea, then.
No, I mustn't drink when I drive. Right, I better get off.
Come out this way.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hey, got yourself a good one there, eh, Joey? No wonder you wanted to keep quiet and keep things sweet, eh?
Yeah, well, neither can I afford to lose the income, which is why, much appreciated.
Yeah, well, like, I was wondering, but it's a bit embarrassing, really.
What is?
Well, I'm a bit down on me settle for the cab this week, and I was wondering, like, would you mind if I borrowed something out of there?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, we didn't have it before, and you collected it.
I tell you what, Joey, you're a star. And hey, don't you be worrying. Your secret's safe with me, lad.
How could he?
What's wrong?
I don't believe him. He's gone out and he's left Harry with a babysitter. One of our neighbours, an old man. Someone Max is supposed to hate. Jackie's father.
He's unbelievable.
He'll have gone to her. He'll be in bed with that bitch. Oh, how could he?
Oh, that's brilliant, Dad! I'm named up for you.
Oh.
She took back every word. I'm in the clear. Not a stain on me character.
Right, wait till I see those Musgrove lads. I'll put them straight.
Hey, love, guess what? Got my job back today.
Straight up?
Susan Clark took back every word. So it's all systems go. I'm back in work on Monday with a clean sheet.
Oh, thank God for that.
Hey, come on, give Sir a big kiss.
You'll be suspended again.
Oh,
come here.
Now, listen, I got paid today, so I've got us some wine to celebrate, and I'm going to nip out and get us a Chinese banquet. What do you say?
Jamie, will you calm down? You haven't told us what's happened yet. Did you see the girl? Did she apologise?
Oh, yeah, she did, poor kid.
Poor kid. After what she's put us through.
Jackie, she needs help.
Yeah, well, let her get it from someone else, all right?
Yeah, OK. Am I opening this plonk or what?
Yeah, why not?
Come in, lad, we're celebrating. I got my job back. I'm in the clear.
Oh, great.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, drinks coming up.
Max, what are you doing here? Didn't expect you back this early.
It's a really bad idea.
you don't mind me saying so, mate. You're not totally cheesed off with everything.
Yes, I am.
Oh, your missus rang.
What did she say?
Well, not much. She got a bit shirty when she realised you were out and I was looking after the nipper.
How much do I owe you?
Nah, there's no need.
I must pay you.
There's no need.
It's really decent of you, Ron.
What are friends for, Maxie? Come on, mate. Sit yourself down. We can watch my video and you can share my light ales.
But, Ron, there really is no need.
Maxie, don't worry about it, mate. I'd only be sat in that pokey little flat of mine all on my own. Now, look, I'll get the glasses. You put the film on.
Hi.
What do you think you're doing, leaving Harry with him?
Well, I only popped out for half an hour or so.
That's right, love.
Wouldn't Faye oblige? Is that it?
No, that's not it. I just needed a break and, well, Ron, he offered and...
I think I better do one, eh, Maxie? You've got a bit of talking to do, haven't you?
Yes, thanks. Thanks, Ron.
I'll just get me tape.
What are you doing?
I'm taking him to Lisa's with me.
Look, there's no need for that. Look, why don't you stay and we can talk?
There's no point. I've made up my mind.
Look, we just haven't talked it through properly.
Will you open the door for me?
Just stay for tonight.
Will you open the door?
This really isn't fair. You haven't given me a chance.
You've had all your chances. Bye.
Can I put my bridesmaid's dress on, Nana?
She's the case. I'm surprised you haven't wanted to wear it to school. You put some plates into warm, love.
I've done it. You sure you don't want some wine?
Oh, thanks. Aye, kids. Grub up.
I think this soup could do with reheating, you know.
Kylie, come and get your tea, love.
I'll be all right, leave it. Hey, listen, I never told you what Karen said about our field trip next spring to Adrian's Wall. Said you can come along.
Where's Adrian's Wall when it's a zoo?
What's it for?
Kylie, don't move.
Coming up tonight on 4, Davina McCall on the pull at a football match and Niles on the real reason he married Merris. Streetmate and Frasier follow Friends, which is next.
Kylie, don't move.
What have you got there, love?
It's for meowing monsters.
Kylie,
Oh, my God.
listen to me, love. You shouldn't be playing with that. It's very dangerous.
Can I peow, Grandad? Can I peow, Nana?
Kylie, I want you to stay dead still. Don't move even the tiniest bit. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Now, I want you to slowly and very carefully turn that way. So you're pointing it over there. That's a good girl. Is it real? And while you're moving, go on, move. I want you to be very, very careful.
Kylie, it's real love. Just drop it.
Just shut up! Kylie, don't drop it, love. You keep doing what I say and we won't have any accidents then, will we? Now, keep putting it over there. That's it. Now, I want you to very, very slowly put it down on the floor. That's it. Don't let it drop, because that might make it go up with a big bang, and we don't want that, do we? That's it. Now, we still don't want any accidents to happen, do we? So, step back. And I want you to come to me, creeping on your tippy toes. Oh, here's a good girl. I'm sorry, love, I wasn't shouting at you. I didn't mean to frighten you. I was just worried, that's all. Good girl.
Will someone tell me what's going on?
Please, will you take Kylie for me, please?
Of course, yeah. Come on, babe. Let's get you upstairs, eh? See if any of your teddy bears want to play.
Don't touch it.
Mum, leave it.
It is real. In my house. A real on. Is this for that job you keep telling me you've turned down?
No, it isn't.
What? No marks turning up at church, you disappearing all the time, and now a flaming gun in the house. You're up to something.
Mum, will you be careful? It's nothing to do with me, Dad. It's mine.
You're still piece of soft. What are you doing bringing this into the house, eh?
Mum, you're not listening to me. It's mine and it's loaded. Now, will you hand it to me carefully, please?
You're not joking, are you?
I'm not now. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. It's mine.
Oh. Well, why didn't I think of that in the first place, eh? My granddaughter walks into the room and she's waving a gun around, and I should have thought, shouldn't I? I should have thought to myself, well, if it's going to be anyone's, it's going to be my own daughter's.
It's safe now.
I don't believe what I've just watched you do. It is yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, what in God's name are you doing with a gun?
I got it to frighten off Gary.
So which button do we press, Max?
Look, it's bottom left one. Here, let me do.
Sounds like Susanna's car.
Ah, it is. Susanna, she's come back. Right, look, I'll be on my way as soon as I get my video out. I don't want to be paying through the nose for getting it back late. Okay. Come on, spit it out.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you decided to come back.
Oh, really? You won't be for long.
Sorry?
I'll be on my way in a sec.
I don't know what I thought I was doing. Running away, leaving you in our home, ready to invite your friend Faye round for comfort and company, or therapy, wasn't it? It isn't me who should be leaving, Max. It's you who had the affair. It's you who should get on your bike.
Right, well, I'll slope off, Max, okay? See you later.
Mum, will you just listen to what I'm saying? Why? What are you going to do? Tell me you're going to sort of stop putting in the wardrobe.
Just cool it, Jackie.
Are they all shouting because of me?
No, not you, sweetheart.
Just shut up.
They've just had a fright, that's all. We all have.
Did you manage to settle Harry down again?
He went off really quickly. That's what comes from being in your own cot, in your own room, in your own home.
You weren't serious before, were you, about me getting on my bike?
What makes you think I wasn't serious? That should do you for a few days.
I know how you feel, but I think we should talk about this.
We have. It's over. Just go.
Well, what am I supposed to think? You went out and you got a gun, just like that. Is it that easy now? I mean, can you get them down the supermarket?
I got it from someone I know.
Oh, don't tell me, Barry Grant.
Barry's got nothing to do with it.
Doesn't matter who you got it off. What do you think you're doing bringing this into my house and leaving it where Kylie could get hold of it? Oh, and loaded, you know. I mean, what about William? What if he'd have gone in there? You know what he's like. He's into everything these days. He could be dead now in there because of you. You stupid man, he could be dead and your own daughter could be dead.
Jackie, lay off, will you? It's over. No one got hurt, did they? Just leave it.
Oh. I don't know what you're playing Mr. Innocent with me for. I can't believe you've got nothing to do with this.
I haven't, love, honest.
But you knew about it, didn't you?
I'm just as mad as you about it, aren't I? You could get 10 years for illegal possession. Do you know that?
Oh, so if we don't end up dead, one of us ends up in jail for 10 years.
No.
You stupid man! What are you trying to do to us, eh? You wrecked the family! You wreck our lives all to scare Gary off!
Why do you think he didn't go to court?
You could have got a court order for that!
Oh, and he'd abide by that, wouldn't he? Course he wouldn't!
So what did you do with this, eh, Lindsay? Did you stick it down his throat just like you've seen in all the gangster movies? Well, do you know what? That wouldn't have scared off that bag of slime. You'd have had to... Oh, you didn't, did you? Oh, tell me, Lindsay, tell me you never killed him.
I only got it to frighten him. And it worked, didn't it?
Well, frightening people off with guns, eh? Even Gary. What kind of a lowlife have you turned into?
The same kind as you.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, don't you start playing the innocent now. You're the one who started it. You're the one who set Big Davy on Gary in the first place. Oh, Big Davy isn't marriage guidance, is he? He had our house shut up, remember? At least I had the guts to stand up to Gary myself. I didn't go whinging to some plazzy gangster who never actually got the job done, did he? Oh. And what if he had got Gary out of my life by dumping him in the docks or something? You'd still be standing there all high and mighty, criticising me for protecting myself and my daughter. Oh, Mum, I'm your child. You were prepared to throw Gary to the wolves once to protect me from him. Well, all as I'm doing is the same thing, protecting my child from him, my way, myself. So I'm not having you slagging me off for looking out for Kylie. You know I'd die for her. The same way you would for me, you hypocrite.
How was Kylie? She was a bit confused, you know, and shook up. She was scared she might get into trouble for being naughty.
Being naughty. Coming into the house waving a gun around.
She wasn't meant to find it.
Do you know what would have happened if it had gone off? Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it? That's fine. But can you think what she's going to tell her mate? I mean, I can just see it now, can't you? I mean, she's going to be sitting playing with Lauren, you know, dolls' houses and everything, and suddenly our Kylie will say, well, do you know what? We have a gun in our house.
Mummy, can I come down now?
It's all right, love. I'll be up in a minute. You just stay there.
Do you know, we're going to have to do a lot of work on that poor little mate.
Go up and see it, eh, love?
Susanna, please, look, whatever this has all seemed like, I still have a deep and real love for you, and still do. And you know, all this thing with Faye, it's nothing to do with love and fondness for someone. It was just, you know, just a casual, stupid, physical kind of thing.
Don't you dare start reliving your sordid little encounters in front of me. Oh, and I suppose you've been using Liz to whisper sweet nothings to her while I keep paying the bills. How dare you! How dare you!
Such a good girl.
Hiya. Hiya. Grandad was wondering if Kylie wanted to go out for a bit, you know, get some sweets or something.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
All right, love. Do you want to get yourself some going out clothes from the earring cupboard and go and find them?
Can I? Yeah, of course you can. Okay.
It's a good girl.
See you later.
So, have you come to batter me again?
You've got a lot of questions to answer, my girl.
I'm not your girl anymore. I'm 26.
After what I just witnessed downstairs, I don't know if I want to call you my daughter anymore. We should be disowning you after all this loss.
Mum, I didn't just run out and get a gun without thinking about it. I'm not mad. Gary pushed me so far, I had no choice left. And the courts were against me and the law was off its head on his side. What was I supposed to do? He was getting worse and greedier all the time. And I wasn't prepared to let him carry on like that.
Yeah, but a gun? A gun?
Yeah, a gun. So what? It scared him off.
And what if it hadn't? Would you have used it on him?
Never came to that. And it was never meant to.
What do we teach our kids, eh?
I better make sure Kylie's all right.
I remember you when you were her age, you know. Oh, we had such big hopes for you. Such fantastic dreams of the kind of life we wanted for you. We wanted you to do well in school and then find a nice lad, decent job, settle down in a nice house. We always wanted the best for you. And we did everything we could to provide for you. And then you grew up. And yes, I mean, things go wrong, you know, we accept that. I mean, we stood by you when you split up with Gary and through all the mess with Mike. And we've always treated Kylie like our own, you know, I mean, not just like our granddaughter. And after all that love we tried to give you. And look at you. Just another call girl.
Mum, that's exactly what I'm not gonna be.
Bit late to have a child house, isn't it?
No.
Unlicensed premises.
And what's it got to do with you all of a sudden?
Just making sure that you know the new bar rules while our Jackie's not here to tell you. No kids allowed after 7 a.m.
Oh, right. Thing is, she's got her food and drink now that's paid for. So you can stick your new rules. Aye, aye, kidder. You look as if you're enjoying that there. Glad all that shouting's over, aren't you? Hey, your mum and your nana can't half give it some, can't they? Thought my eardrums were going to explode. Yeah, that smile of yours hadn't gone forever.
Still here then?
I think I better go.
Peter, just forget about what happened with Kylie and think back to why I got the gun in the first place. Because Gary was trying to wreck my chance of a future with you. Because he couldn't live with the fact that you mean everything to me now. that I love you like nothing or no one else I've ever loved in my life.
Oh, yeah, right. So how come you keep lying to me time after time, eh? How can we go on like that? I just don't think I can carry on with a gun under me, my little bedlins. I just don't think I can.
No, can't we be civilised about this?
Okay. Just get out!
Thanks for that, Dad. Seems like she's trying to forget all about it.
Yeah, well, we had a little talk, you know. Should be all right.
You hope. I can't believe I'm asking you this so soon after the wedding. Has Peter gone for good then?
He didn't say that. He just wants to sort his head out, you know. Take some time.
But I can't blame him exactly. Listen, we need to start thinking about getting this gun thing sorted.
I'll have to dump it somewhere.
Oh, no, you won't. If anyone's going to dump it, I'll do it. At least then I'll know it's at the bottom of the river and that you haven't stuck it away under some floorboard.
You've only had your teaching job back for 5 minutes. You'll never teach again if they find you wandering around with a gun.
I've told you, I'll get rid of it.
Haven't you messed about with this enough already?
Well, I'm the one who brought it into the house. It should be me who takes the chance.
I've said I'll do it.
Oh, big expert on dumping guns, are you?
No. But I've been around enough fellas to know what to do. And I know enough about it to not get caught doing it. So, OK, finished. I'll do it.
Listen to us. This should have been the happiest week of our lives. You've got your job back, cleared your name. You should be on cloud 9 with your new husband. And instead, we're arguing about who gets to throw the gun away.
Oh, come on, we're all right, aren't we? That must be how it was meant to be.
Don't you try and tell me this is down to fate. This is down to her. Choosing to go and get a gun off some head-case gangster's wife just to scare Gary off. And then hanging on to it. I mean, we all know your father's done some stupid things in his times, but he's never messed around with guns, has he? Have you?
Different league, love. I grew up the old way. You gave someone a good going over, yeah, but no guns. Guns just raise the stakes. You get a gun, he gets a bigger one. Yeah, well, time's moved on, hasn't it? Guns are just part of life now.
No, oh, it's not part of my life. No, there's not a local gun shop, you know, next to the chippy. You heard her say herself. She got it from the Finnegans. And they're into protection rackets and all kinds now. That's not part of normal life.
I don't want a normal life. I want a good life.
Yeah, a good life. A good life and you're messing about with guns.
Oh, I mean a life full of good things. I don't want to come home stinking of chips for years. I want to run things and own things and make something of myself.
Even after what happened with Kylie before?
That was an accident. I'm talking about the whole of me life here, not just one moment. And if I'm forced to look after myself and my child and my dreams with a gun or whatever, then I'll do it. I've done it once before and I'll do it again if I have to. Whether you or my dad or Peter stand by me or not.
Aye, aye. This looks serious.
She hasn't,
Yes, I'm afraid she has.
Yeah, I thought things were looking a bit...
Final?
Well, grim, I was thinking. So, out in your ear, eh?
It's incredible, isn't it? Man of my age, after all these years of hard work, and I haven't got a bed to call my own tonight. Or a family. I've lost Matthew and Emily. I've lost Patricia, Thomas and Alice. I've lost Susanna. Top it all, I've lost my house.
Oh, well, look at it on the bright side.
There is no bright side.
Come on, Max, you've still got your business, haven't you? And you've put a lot of work into grants over the years.
Yeah, well, at least that's something to cling on to. Look, you couldn't lend me some change for the phone, could you? I haven't got a penny to my name, I'm afraid.
Gonna find yourself a hotel for the night, are you?
No, I can't even do that. She cut up my credit cards.
Serious stuff, Max.
No, I was going to ring up one of my round table friends, you know, try and persuade him if I could stay the night on his floor. Look, it doesn't matter. I'll reverse the charges.
Maxie, you don't want to spend half the night chasing the DOS. Not after what you've been through. I know where you can get a bed for the night.
Oh, I see. Where were you going to suggest? One of the benches outside, or were you going to suggest the gutter? Because that's where I'll end up.
Actually, I was thinking about my flat.
Me? In your flat?
Don't sound so horrified at the idea. I'm not asking you to marry me or move in or anything. All I'm saying is that, well, I know how you're feeling at the moment. I've been there myself, don't forget. I had a big bust up with Dee Dee. And I don't know what it's like not knowing what life has in store for you tomorrow or the next day. Look, Maxie, I'm being genuine here, mate. All I'm saying is that, well, if you're stuck for somewhere to kip tonight, you're welcome to get your head down in my city.
Very kind of her. But, well...
Don't go giving me all that guff about imposing on me. A yay or a nay will do.
Well, I suppose it would cut out a lot of hassle then. And, well, it would just be for one night until I get myself sorted out. No, Ron, that is, that's very helpful and would be very kind.
Right. Well, that's settled. Come in, then. Before everyone thinks you started working on the bins. You'll enjoy yourself at my gaff, Maxie. It's not all baked beans on toast, you know. Some nights I have spaghetti hoops. Who'd have thought it, eh? Lord Farnham blagging the doss off old man Clampett.
Because of next Tuesday's live coverage of the Turner Prize, Brookside will be an hour later at 9 o'clock. And coming up in a moment on 4 high-performance cars are given the high-speed test treatment in Driven.
Come on, Jace, stand you, Em.
I should have had at least another quarter of an hour in bed.
You need the training.
But it's freezing.
You'll soon warm up, love.
But I've just started my period.
All right. But you don't hear the Olympic women saying they can't train because they're on the monthlies.
But you wouldn't train if you were a woman and you were on your period.
Just get running, will you? And less of the lip.
All right, I'm going.
I'm whacked. We'll get to bed earlier.
I was over at Katrina's, and at least it was an earlier than Nicky.
Who's Nicky?
Ah, Nicky.
Oh, yeah. The one we never see because she's always in uni.
That's what you and my mum wanted, wasn't it?
Oh, what's all that, look? It's called getting on the wrong side of your wife. All right. You've been on the razzle again.
I wonder if you could do a little job for me.
Yeah, sure.
I need my front door lock changing.
No problem. I'll squeeze you in at the weekend.
No, it has to be today.
Yeah, I'm a bit busy.
Please, I'll pay you cash.
Okay today.
Definitely.
Cross me heart.
And as well as the new deadlock, I want a security mortise lock fitting.
Are you worried about break-ins or something?
Break-in's the last thing on my mind at the moment.
What's she want? Tranquilizers by the sound of it.
Love,
help us out. Which one?
This one.
We've made a right mess of things, haven't we?
Is my mum speaking to you yet?
No. My foot accidentally brushed against her in the night, didn't it? She moved away like I'd tapped her with a cattle prod.
She'll come round eventually. Just wish Peter had let me explain properly.
Did you manage to phone him yet?
Yeah. I spoke to the iffy, but she said he was out. But I know he was there. He just didn't want to talk to me.
Well, I suppose you'll just have to wait until he comes round, won't you? Eh? I mean, no point in rushing it.
No, I've got to see him today, Def. I'll get myself smartened up.
Yeah, well, just give him time, eh, love?
No way. Kylie's on my case. Ask him where he is every 5 minutes.
Yeah? Well, you'll just have to keep her sweet, won't you? The same as your mother.
I know. Dad, make sure we get rid of the gun today. And that's a step on the road to peace, isn't it?
Under control.
When?
On my way to school.
Are you worried?
No. I'll just make sure no one sees me and then, you know, just get rid of it.
No, I mean about going back to school.
Joking, aren't you? I'm terrified. Yeah, I am, actually.
Oh, you'll be okay now that Susan Clark's told everyone she was lying.
Yeah, but there's all this no smoke without fire and mud, stick stuff to get round, isn't there? The girl said I groped her.
Dad, just be yourself and you'll be fine.
That's yours, girl.
Oh, good. They've started redirecting stuff.
Any seen the pot?
I just made a brew.
Always run out, will you?
Yeah, as soon as I've done this toast for the kids.
I'm parched, dear.
Okay, tea coming up.
Mum, we should get a dog.
Over my dead body.
Grandad, can we get a dog when my mum's dead?
That's your dad, girl.
I can see I'm going to be missed.
Litigious woman.
Don't ask me.
How many letters?
3.
Sue?
Oh, you little gender.
Is it a prize crossword?
Nah, love, just for fun.
Oh, do the prizey, Grandad.
You don't always have to do things for prizes or money, you know. Some things are just for enjoyment.
So it doesn't matter if you leave school with no GCSEs then?
Just you try it.
I got a clean shape, man.
Oh, no, I haven't done the wash yet.
This is getting a bit manky.
Don't you just spray a bit more deodorant on it like you usually do?
How many years to get for doing your baby sister?
What's it, a baby?
Mum, what am I going to do about this clean shirt?
I'll do a wash by the weekend, love.
Do I have to wait till then?
You never normally notice. You got a girl or something?
No.
Probably a bloke anyway. But if we had a dog in the house, it might have sensed there was going to be a disaster.
Oh, yeah, like dogs do the tarot cards.
Laura Mulvaney's got a ridgeback.
That's why she walks funny.
Oh, big joke, you.
Don't you two start bickering.
That's it.
That's enough.
Any tongues going?
Dad, would you read this for me, just while I find my glasses? Thanks.
Ah, they're kidding.
What is it?
Big problems here, love, with your house.
Like what?
The flood was caused by negligent maintenance, resulting in damage to the main water distribution system.
What does that mean?
Somebody messed around in the loft and they're not going to pay up until they investigate everything. You may end up paying for all the repairs yourself, love.
No, Trina, I'm in the middle of something. It's called work. Look, can you call me back in 5? I'll see you later. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, kissy kissy. I'll kissy kissy, yeah? Hey, she called me.
Excuse me. Hey, love, I'll give you the touch, if you pardon the expression. Come on, son.
Yeah, no sweat.
Thanks.
Will you be long?
I'm going to Chester to see my sister.
I will have this boxed off by the time you get back.
Oh, great, and thanks for being so prompt.
Hey, me and me papa right there. Back here, there. Is it going spare, like?
Take what you want.
Nice one.
Stop getting so familiar with the customers, son.
Hey, there might be something good there.
Later, get the lock off and the new one fitted.
2 minutes.
I don't want it doing in 2 minutes. I want it doing properly. I'm going to whiz over to the garage. I think I've got a spare motors in there somewhere.
Well, can you leave us the mobile? Because Katerina's going to call me back.
No, I can't. And tell us to stop calling you on this.
it's
For
a
business calls only. About time you're getting the message.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. The cause of all the bother.
Are the bullets there and all?
Yeah, but it's not loaded.
That looks a bit iffy, doesn't it?
Stick it in your bag.
No, I feel safer if it was closer to
Well,
me.
just keep your bag close to you.
Yeah, all right.
So where are you going to dump it?
In the river.
Oh, it's a bit risky, isn't it?
Don't I know it? Listen, if I get caught with that thing, I'll never get my teaching job back, will I?
Dad, I told you I'd do it.
No, love, just leave it to your Al fella, will you? Let me take responsibility. At least I'll know exactly where it's getting disposed of, won't I?
Suit yourself.
Look, love, just close this chapter, will you, eh? And just concentrate on getting your marriage back on track.
Where'd those come from?
Some nosy one who lived opposite you, Beryl, I think.
Oh, Dad, why didn't you invite her in?
I didn't know she was. She had to get off or something.
I'm gonna have to try and win us a body toner, Granddad. You know, with the funny pads.
You don't need a body toner, girl.
Look at this. Beryl Jones and some of the old neighbours have had a collection for us.
Oh, let's have a look.
Next school. You can look tonight.
All right, see ya. Try, Granddad.
See you, love.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. For you, Granddad.
See you, it is, really.
What did your last one die of?
Morning.
Hi.
All right, Alec.
All right, lad.
Just thought I'd pop round, check to see how you're getting on.
It's not quite as big as the old place, but we're settling in fine.
I'll tell them about the latest development, then.
OK, Dad.
What's up now?
Looks like the building insurers aren't going to pay out for the repairs on the old place.
Oh, what are they like, eh?
So it looks as though they won't be moving on as quickly as they thought.
Well, I guess you might know what's going to be coming now.
Aye, well, if he can put up with you and you don't mind paying the rents.
We will.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it then, and we'll talk again if you need to stay longer. See ya.
Bye.
Said Alan. Don't suppose there's any chance of another cuppa, is there?
Dad, do you think you could make it?
I've just finished the night shift. The least you can do is make me a drink. You're only here out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah, but I'm not here to wait on you hand and foot. I'm not the galley slave, you know, looking after you and my brothers anymore.
Don't start all that stuff again.
No, don't you.
When you've quite finished, can I have a cup of tea, please?
Okay.
Dad's getting into his usual stride.
Look, we'll be out of here as soon as possible, love. You know that.
Will we? Not only did you forget to renew the contents insurance, but the building insurance people may not pay out for the repairs on the ceilings, walls, floorboards, nothing.
What?
They're saying because somebody messed about in the loft, they won't pay out.
Subject to investigation, it says.
Have you read this crap?
Listen, lad, if an insurance company wants to wiggle out of paying up, they will.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
More overtime.
I can't do any more.
I can't believe the way all this is piling up.
Well, crying about it won't help.
Thanks for your sympathy.
Leave her alone, will you? Can't you see she's a bit upset?
I'm not a bit upset, Joey. I'm very upset.
No point in shouting at me. Just settle down.
Don't tell me to settle down, Dad. You know I can't bear it.
I'm going to get my uniform off.
Be all right, love. As the old fart himself might say, worse things happened at sea, huh?
No, Joey. I'm fed up of pretending everything's all right. Every cloud has a silver lining.
I'm only trying to make the best of a bad job.
Well, perhaps if you'd done your best to stay off the drink, we wouldn't have had this bad job in the first place.
All right, I know.
It's all too much. We're probably not going to have a home anymore. We're refugees, and people are giving us the clothes they're chucking out. All these years, all the sacrifices we made. Letting Luke stay with your Rose all these years. Why did we? What for? It's gone. It's all gone, Joey.
Oh, there you go.
Morning. Right. Before we get back to the League of Nations, I want to discuss that word. What is it? It's when people distort the truth. When people tell lies about other people.
How are you, Grandad?
All right, lad. Couldn't give me a hand in with a few bits, could you? Only my shoulder's playing up a bit.
Sure. I'll just say how to me, ma.
All right, I'm giving them a bit of space to talk things through about the house.
Oh, OK.
Excuse me, did you see the builder's son working here?
Oh, I was a while ago down now, love. Any problem?
Well, yes, he's fitted new locks and he hasn't left any keys. Just this note, back soon.
Hasn't your fella got a set?
No, my fella hasn't.
All the women round here are hormonal, lad.
I know we won't get anything back on the contents bit, but can't we argue or complain or something about the building insurance?
I'll go down there tomorrow on my way back.
What's wrong with the phone?
Better to talk it out in person. You can explain things better that way. Well, I can anyway.
Didn't I feel stupid when that letter came? I knew it was important, but I couldn't understand a damn thing as usual.
Come here. I'm sorry. It's all my fault again.
You didn't fiddle with the pipes, did you?
True. Bit of a mystery, that.
Yeah, well, I don't see how they can refuse to pay out just because someone fiddled with the insulation thingy.
Contributory negligence, they call it.
Convenient excuse, I call it.
I'll sort it out tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I hope so, Joy. I just about had it.
You know what you're missing, don't you?
No. Don't bet you're gonna tell me.
Us. Close together.
Want me and you?
Aye, me and you. So close. We're inseparable.
That'll save you getting a cold shower.
I'll take the shower if you join me.
It's your mate.
I like me almucker.
How you, Benny?
Did you smell the kettle?
Ah, well, if there's one going, like. Have you, told your missus about that, bit of bother with the, cops yet?
No, not yet. What do we owe the pleasure?
Well, it's a bit embarrassing, really. But I'm down on me settle. Not like you getting all these airport trips, eh?
You have to be there a while before you get them.
Yeah, I know, but, as I say, I'm a bit down. And I was wondering, like, as you helped me out last week, out of that whip around that we had, as you say yourself, what you've never had, like.
So, how come you're down again?
Lorraine's only gone and booked us into some Christmas do. Left us short. It's only 20 notes, just a loan.
Greg, what's your son playing at?
How do you mean?
I can't get into my house.
Oh, I'm sorry about this. Come on, let's see what I can do.
Hiya, Suze. Everything all right?
No, it's not as it happens.
At least you don't have the problem of your Maxie snoring anymore.
Oh,
He's at my gaff.
oh, really? He's not my Maxie.
No, but he does snore, though.
Well, feel free to kick him out then.
He's already upset. We were up all hours talking.
Well, how interesting for you both. Excuse me.
Yeah, come on, I'll take him.
Oh, thanks, brother. Oh, I don't know what set him off. Oh. You, funny.
I've only got 15.
Oh, well, I suppose it'll have to do.
And look, I won't be able to lend you any more money because I'm up the creek with the house and that. Probably be facing a stiff fine over this drink driving thing.
Look, I really appreciate this, you know.
All right.
Hiya, lad.
This is Benny.
Our workmates.
Alec, Neve's dad.
Ah, nice to meet you. Anyway, right, I'm off. See ya.
Bye, Benny.
I'm not trying to be funny, like, but There ain't dishes going there. We're going to need a visitor's book. Why? Who else has been?
Beryl, from across the way at the house.
To start.
Look, we can't stop people coming to the house, can we?
I came here for a bit of peace. On my own, and now it's just all cuckoos landed.
I thought you were the big authority on family life and values.
I am, lad. And the space that's sometimes needed between them.
Perhaps you'd feel better if we were to go.
You don't have to. I'll have a word with the landlord and see if we can find somewhere a bit quieter. Like the moon.
Enjoy your big day. See you. Call again.
All right, Peter. Well, my first day back wasn't too traumatic.
Listen, I'm really glad the truth came out about all that, you know.
Ah, thanks. Listen, you had a word with our Lindsay yet?
No, but maybe that's what she's coming over for now.
Oh, right. Well, look, if she is coming for a bit of a chat, like, keep it nice and calm, eh? There's our kind to consider with all of this, you know. Yeah. Hi, love, all right.
Hi, Hughes. How's school?
Great. Listen, catch you later.
Nice suit. What's in the briefcase? Matching pair of pistols?
I haven't come for a fight.
Come on. I'll call back Mrs. Winter first.
Do you have to break the window?
Afraid so. Do you want to take the baby around the front in case there's any splinters of glass?
Okay.
Aye, lads!
Sorry,
I know I've been a bit slow at the cook, but there's no need for the punishment squad.
Me ma saw you breaking in.
You had to let the owner in.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. We're staying next door. I was just checking the fella smashing the glass was genuine.
Yes, he is, thanks.
Is he your fella, like?
No, he isn't, no.
Right, we're in.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, thanks. It's nice to know I have such observant neighbours.
Oh, aye. We seldom miss a trick.
Do you think it really is a safe house, then?
I hope not. It's not as safe as this, even though I had to break in myself.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Jason can pay for the glass, and I'll get that fixed as soon as I can.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Do you fancy a coffee first?
Yeah, great.
Dad?
What have you done?
Twisted my ankle. Simba brought me back.
Yeah, I was on my way to the shops and just saw it go down like a ton of bricks.
It's not fair, Dad.
Thanks very much, Sin. Yeah, I'll take over.
Bring it back, okay. You all right?
Thanks,
No
Simba.
more running for a while, eh?
So.
See you later.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
I hope there's not going to be any shouting, Linz.
Don't you think we've already done enough of that? Yeah. Look at all that fuss yesterday.
Fuss! You and your dad talk about all this like it's the most natural thing in the world. Guns, death threats. What kind of life is that?
Okay, fuss is the wrong word, but... I'm just trying to set things straight here. Yes, I had a gun. And yes, it was wrong. But you've got to understand the position I was in. Who else could help? No one. Okay, you did what you could, but I always knew it was going to be down to me to sort out Gary.
I know. It just feels like... Well, I really thought I knew you, Linz, but this was just mad.
Don't you think I know all that? This was the man that raped me. I wasn't mad to do it.
That's what worries me. You were just too cool, too rational about it all.
I had to be. Kylie was my priority. But you know all that. I'm not going to keep explaining. It's behind us now. You've just got to accept it. There's a new way ahead for us now.
And what's that? Whose is this?
Ours. Every penny.
How much is there?
Nearly 80,000.
What are we doing with it?
Well, there was over 100, but I gave 20 to Jackie for a bigger stake in the new club.
Just stop there a minute. There was over 100. Where the hell is it coming from, Lindsay?
Me dad.
Don't tell me. He won the pools. See you, Lindsay.
Listen, it was me dad's.
Lindsay, he was walking round almost barefooted a few months ago. Please, don't treat me like an idiot anymore.
Look, it was money he had when he was involved in drugs.
I knew it was dirty.
But he couldn't touch it because of our little Jimmy.
Oh, but you will now, won't you?
Yes, yes, I will. And you want to know why?
Educate me.
Because it'll mean we can cut a few corners. We won't have to struggle. We can get involved with Jackie and Susanna without being second best. Because I am fed up of walking in people's shadows. We can be part of something. And most important, be in control.
Oh, here we go. The Rose Finnegan speech again.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's what it takes. Look, this is what I want. Now, I know I've done a lot of things that you don't agree with.
Oh, to put it.
And I can't change my past, but I've learned from it. Yes, this money is dirty, but it's our future. Mine and Kylie's. And yours, if you want to be part of it. Now, I want to do all of this with you alongside me, but I'm prepared to do it alone if I have to. That's up to you now.
Coming up next on For the Waltons, Bear All at a naturist hotel in Spain. No, not those Waltons. It's the Real Holiday Show with Davina McCall.
Looks like I'm just in time, eh?
Oh, hi. How's Emily?
She's got a sprained ankle.
Oh, well, that'll stop her running for a bit.
Yeah. She was complaining about it the other morning. I made her go out on it.
The guilt of all parents, still. You can never tell if they're faking it to get off school, can you?
No. Do you want me to call back later to fix your back door?
Oh, no, carry on. I'll feel a lot safer when it's mended.
All right. I'll make a start now, eh?
Do you mind if I give you a key? Only, well, what happened yesterday.
Sure you can trust a cowboy builder?
You're not a cowboy. You're a neighbour and a friend. I'll just get it.
So is this another one of Lindsay's ideas?
She doesn't even know I'm here. Look, why don't you just go round there, Peter, and talk it out with her?
I don't even know if I ever want to be in that house again. I keep seeing Kylie coming into the kitchen with that gun. And if that isn't enough, what about all this? I feel like I've married into the mafia.
Where'd you get all that from?
Don't start pretending you know nothing about this. She's told me it's your old stash of drugs money.
All right, OK. I did wrong. I know that. But I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best now. What do you want me to do with that, Bernie? What good is that going to do? It's not going to change history, is it? But it could change our Lindsay, our Kylie, and your future together. Have you thought about that?
Well, wherever it came from, it still doesn't change what happened with Kylie and that gun, does it?
The gun is history. It's been dumped. It doesn't exist anymore.
She should never have had it in the first place.
Yes, we know that. But don't let one incident spoil the rest of your lives together.
She had a gun and she was prepared to use it.
Yeah, because she was driven to it. You know what sort of a year she's had with Gary. Oh, why don't you just talk to her, Peter? Otherwise, I know what she's like. She'll just go into a harder shell, and that's not going to do any of us any good, is it? Especially our Kylie. Oh, it's up to you, Peter.
Yeah?
Sir?
Don't know what I'm doing treating you like royalty after the way you dropped me in the chippy.
Sorry about that. Thought me half would kill me after the nearly burned the place down.
You're lucky I didn't kill you. It's all right, this place, isn't it?
Do you want to try?
Yeah, do you reckon we could let her swap?
Do you really want to?
Yeah, well, I'm on pins in the house in front of him all the time, aren't I?
This is meant to be my punishment for setting the chippy on fire. There's no way he'll back down.
Yeah, well, he might do if I tell him I really want to move in here. He's not really that keen on me being in there all the time, is he?
Why don't you give it a try, then?
Yes, Sam. I'll go round the chippy and have a word with him. Oh, I could set this place up good style.
What with? A few old boxes and a sack for a carpet?
I know, I'll find some stuff. There's a few bits of garden furniture in the back of Simo's. That could do for starters. Put the bed there, my table there, my CD rack there. It's perfect.
Will you stop letting it play on your mind? We've got to move on now.
I can't help it. It's just there, hanging over me.
Mum, you've had a lifetime of blanking things out. Why should this be any different?
Because I've never had my granddaughter's life threatened with a gun before. I've always known you could be half-faced. But I never thought you could be so stupid.
I'll give it a rest, Mum. You know what Gary was and what he was capable of. And there was no way I was going to go through life with that hanging over me. For your granddaughter's sake. That's all the gun was for. So No, we could live a normal life without being terrified of what he'd do next.
Michael. Have a look at this. What is it? It's our Jackie looking about 6 months pregnant. That's what it is.
Oh, isn't she just wearing the baggage dress or something?
Our Jackie doesn't wear baggage stuff. Look, she's pregnant there. She's got to be.
Well, it just could be a trick of the light.
Give over, will you? How could she be pregnant without me knowing? Without her even telling me? And how come she's at Max and Susanna's wedding? I mean, she's hardly family, is she?
Yeah, well, they did a bit of business together.
Our Jackie's definitely done a bit of business with someone by the looks of it.
Where'd you get this?
Well, you know, I had Max staying at my place the other night. Well, he left a load of stuff with me, and... Well, I just saw it and I borrowed it. Couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Dad, you can't just go round taking people's stuff. What if he finds out?
He won't. He's off staying with one of his round table mates. And anyway, this is as much my business as Max's. Jackie's my daughter. And if she has been off and had some secret baby, then I want to know the full story. Like, what's she done with it, Michael? Has she had her adopted or what? And more to the point, who's the bloody father?
Hiya. Oh, hello, love.
Hello. I've got something to drop off for Jackie. Is she in?
No, but Rachel's in the office if you want to leave it with her.
Yeah, would you mind Harry for a sec?
That's not a problem.
Mike?
Yes! Michael. Michael! Michael! Get away with you. Look, do you know the other night when Susanna was going on about Max having an affair? You don't think?
But Max and our Jackie.
But why the hell do you think I've got hold of this? Look, Susanna has kicked him out because he's been doing a business with that Fable. But you know what kind of a womanizer he's been over the years? You don't think?
Dad, what are you doing?
Has this little fella got our Jackie's nose?
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure everything's okay?
Yeah. I was just thinking, how is this spitting image of your Maxie?
He is not my Maxie.
Yeah.
Hi. I was, but there's no one in, so...
Huh?
What are you doing here?
Just keeping a bit of a low profile at school, you know.
Well, I thought all that stuff was over with.
Yeah, it is. Just giving it a couple of days to clear. Fancy a brew?
Yeah, well, actually, I wanted to do something with you.
You've had a police caution. I think I could do with that brew. Come on.
I thought you said it was going to be a 5-minute job.
Well, it would have been if the glazier had cut the glass properly. That's how I waste so much time picking up other people's mistakes.
Lesson of life, really.
Are you going to be going out in the next hour or so?
No, I'll be here.
Oh, right, it's just that I want to nip home and make myself a cheese sarnie. I didn't want to go out and leave the place wide open, you know.
Oh, I can do you a spot of lunch.
Nah, you're all right. You're too busy to be running after me.
Oh, not at all. You've been a great help. It's the least I can do.
Well, after my gormless son locked you out and I smashed the glass to get in.
All right, then, as one neighbour to another.
Or you don't be disappearing and not coming back.
Did I say that? Well, how about some ciabatta and brie?
Yeah, sounds better than a cheese butty.
Do you like a bit of black pepper on it and some grapes?
Yeah. Cheers.
1983.
Well, you never told me that before you married my daughter. So, what did they get you for?
Being in the backseat of a stolen tram stag.
What is that all?
Well, we were doing 110 through the tunnel off our heads on glue at the time.
Well, I'm glad I stayed in washing my hair that night. So, got a bit of a secret past, eh?
Enough to know why I don't want to get involved in any heavy violence, with or without guns.
So, you got a caution. And what happened to the other fella?
He was dead before Christmas. We found him in his nan's shed, surrounded by loads of empty crisp packets. Running with glue he was. He'd spilled it all down his face, on his clothes. It was all over his hands, even in his mouth he had it.
So, from being kids on glue, where did the anti-violence streak come from?
I got done over one time.
Oh, didn't we all?
So my mate Ronnie Bryan said we had to go and settle up.
Sounds familiar.
I thought we were only going to be threatening, you know, usual stuff, bit of a slapping. Till we get there and Ronnie starts going off his head, telling the fella he was dead for just touching one of us. Then he just went for him with this razor knife, slashed him from here down to here. Tram lines down both sides. That was when I realised I had to get out of all that. And I went my own way. And I'm still trying to go my own way. So I can say I got where I am because I worked hard and I tried hard. Not because I got terrified of the life out of anyone who got in my way.
Not a bad result, that, eh? Cheers there, cooker there, yeah?
Can't set the barbie up in here. They'll be choking with smoke.
Ah, yeah, good thinking. I'll get it going outside, eh? And we can get warm off it as well.
Oh, yeah, your dad's got some sausages in the freezer and some burgers. Shall I get them?
Oh, go short, yeah. Hey, and some bread. I'll get the barbie going.
You had any more visits from the United Nations next door?
No, they seem to keep themselves to themselves.
Oh, that's what you read in newspapers when they pick up terrorists and mass murderers. They seem very nice, kept themselves to themselves.
Don't. I'm sure they are very nice people.
Oh, yeah. It's funny how they've all got different accents, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm no expert, but I work with enough Irish lads at Laird's to know the difference between north and south. She's north, he's south, the elder lad's south, and the others are Scouse. Funny, eh?
Well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Although if Max were here, there'd probably be a full diplomatic international row going on by now.
I think they've got bigger things to worry about than Max.
Oh, like what?
House got wrecked by a bird's pipe. They've got no insurance.
Oh, dear. At least that's one thing I haven't experienced, touch wood.
Yeah. Soon makes a mess, water. This isn't a bad-sized house, is it?
It's okay. Wish there was a bit more room.
Tell me about it.
Must be quite a squeeze for you next door.
Yeah, we have to take it in turns to stretch our legs. I'll be a lot better when I finish the extension, like.
Well, there you are, ready when you are.
Oh, great.
Oh, no, typical.
I'll be something stupid. We can wait.
Oh, you shouldn't answer it. Mightn't it be something important?
I'll be one of our Jason's girlfriends. I hate these things. Be nice to have a bit of peace for a few minutes.
Absolutely. I can't bear the way they just interrupt people, whatever they're doing. Oh, would you like some juice?
Yeah, great. Your garden's a good size as well. Have you ever thought of a conservatory on the back?
Well, I'd love to. But Max was a bit of a stick in the mud. Maybe thought he wouldn't be around long enough to enjoy it.
Yeah. Where is he now?
Oh, probably staying with his old round table chums. I really don't care.
All right. Makes sense now what you said about him being useless.
In what way?
See, one of your blinds needs fixing there.
Oh, well, yeah, but they just came away.
Well, I could do it for you now if you like.
Could you?
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I did try to mend them, but I think I've made them worse. And will they be very expensive to fix?
Who said anything about charging you? I mean, you've sorted me out with lunch, so I'll sort out your blinds. Seems fair to me.
And to me.
Cheers.
So what you reckon then? Chippy?
Chippy?
You know, there's definitely something going on here, son. When my flat blew up, who was in our Jackie's flat with it?
Max.
Max. And before the Farnham's wedding, where had our Jacqueline been?
She was in Birmingham with Barry.
Conveniently, yeah. And this would explain why, wouldn't it? If she was 6 months pregnant.
Dad, look, I think you should just leave this and put that photo back where you found it.
It all adds up. Do you reckon Katie Rogers will be in work at the solicitors?
Yeah, as far as I know, she will be. Why?
Because if anybody knows about Jackie had an affair with Max Farnham, Katie Rogers will.
Dad.
They look great.
Is Jason Shadwick here?
No, but his father is.
Hiya.
All right, looking for our Jason, are you?
I've been trying to call him.
He has got a job, you know.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means he's got a responsibility, you know, to do a proper day's work. He can do without you swanning around all the time, taking his mind off the job.
Oh, you mean like you're Nicky boozing away through university?
I mean, you don't have to worry about grafting to pay your way, do you?
Oh, don't I?
Not with the family you come from.
And you know all about my family, do you?
Well, it's pretty clear from what I've seen in there. Your old fella owns one of the biggest car showrooms in Liverpool. You've got a nice soft touch there. Turning up whenever you feel like, pretending to do a bit of work.
Oh, you know all about me, don't you? I've got qualifications, you know.
What qualifications, the silver spoon you were born with?
I'm an NNEB qualified nanny, if you don't mind. And I haven't got an easy touch in my dad's showroom. I help him out there in between nannying jobs.
What's that? Nannying? A bit of glorified babysitting?
You are joking. I worked 10 months here before last in America, looking after 3 under 5, 7 days a week. And it wouldn't surprise me if you don't think that's a real job. Because you probably left Mr. Shadwick at home to look after your kids. Because it was too much like hard work for you.
My big brother died from a knife wound.
Was that Lindsay's Uncle Frankie?
Yeah. Me and our Billy idolised him. We would always get ourselves into trouble, you know. And he was always there to get us out of it. Always having a run-in with this same fella. Joey Cotton. We were in the Raglan Ale House this night with our Frankie. And Cotton was there. And as per usual, they start in on each other. Over a woman it was this time, surprise, surprise. Then, up from nowhere comes the knife. Next thing we know, my big brother... running with blood. They told us afterwards he'd lost that much of it, they couldn't even take his blood pressure. And it was a bit like you, I suppose, Peter, you know, after seeing that, you just want to get out there, don't you? You know, show everyone you're the big hard fella, get your revenge or whatever. Only the thing is, when it comes down to it, and it always does, have you got the nerve to go through with it? You know, stick the knife in, or pull the trigger.
So what about Lindsay? Does she take after you or her Uncle Frankie?
What do you think?
I think she's a bit of all of you. I mean, Jackie's hard as nails and she's a bit like her. Dead proud, really strong. And then there's times when you can see she's a real trier like you. And then there's times like when I found that gun and I faced up to her about it. And she just had this look in her eyes like... I don't know, it sounds mad, but... she scared me. Did Uncle Frankie used to have that look?
Well, the way he looked at you, it wasn't as if he was like... I don't know, off his head or dangerous, anything like that. It was just like he had Well, total confidence in himself. Like, total belief he could do anything.
That's exactly what you get off Lindsay. Like, you just know she'll do whatever.
Peter, I know what you mean when you say she scares you. Scared of what she's capable of.
I'm married to her. I want to know what she's capable of. I don't want to be panicking every time I burn the toast thinking she's going to kneecap me.
I'll tell you what she's capable of, Peter. If our Lindsay loves you, she'd walk through fire for you. She'd die for you. But if you treated her wrong, and I mean really wrong, you'd know about it. But you'd never do that, would you? You love her. And you can give our Lindsay so much that over the years, Peter, you'll forget that you were ever scared of her. Because all the bad bits will be behind you, and you'll have nothing but good stuff coming at you. I mean, come on, think about it. You're going to be starting your own family soon, aren't you? She's not going to be going around waving a gun with a babe in her belly, is she?
Well, I think I'd have to draw the line there, wouldn't I? Listen, Jim, I'm going to have to get off back to the salon.
Yeah, OK. Listen, Peter. This thing with Carly and the gun, I know it must seem massive to you at the moment, but, Peter, just put it all behind you, eh? And start over.
Jimmy, I've already walked away from all this heavy stuff once. Maybe this time I should just keep walking. I'll see you.
OK. Any message for her?
Just tell her I called round, eh? Oh, and I came to return this.
You sure I can't give you something? At least for your time.
No, honest. Not everything's about money, is it? And like you said, I'm a neighbour as well. And a friend, you said. So what's wrong with me doing you a favour?
Well, that really is very good of you.
Ah, it's OK. And, listen, if Max is going to be away for a while, and you've got a few other little jobs you need doing, just give me a bell, OK?
Well, thank you. Maybe I will.
Right, OK, I'll see you.
I just meant that... I hear what you're saying about making a go of life in business, but it's Peter who's the one with the money to upset you. You need to make a go of your marriage, don't you? Before you start taking on new commitments. And as for going round threatening people with guns, well, I really can't get me head around that. I just can't.
Oh, so unnoticed. Mum, I'm not saying I should be wandering around with a gun. I'm just saying I need to be aware of them being out there. Because there's other people who are prepared to use them.
What? In hairdressers and beauty salons?
I want to get into clubs. Places where you can really bring in some money.
Where are you getting all this from, eh? I mean, if you want to take over Barry Grant's empire, it's no wonder you've started messing around with guns.
Mum, I used the gun to sort out Gary. Now it's gone. End of story. And the people I'll be going into business with are Jackie Dixon and Susanna Farnham.
Susanna and Jackie. They're wheels apart from each other, let alone you. You want to get back to the real girl? Your head's all over the place.
My head's in exactly the right place. Looking forward, taking me where I want to go, with who I want to go. And no, you won't have to worry about us running around having gun battles everywhere. Because Jackie and Susanna aren't exactly Barry Grant, are they?
Looks like your father's been out for dinner.
All right.
Who have you had here for dinner?
Peter.
Aye. Come to say goodbye if he's got any sense.
What did he say?
He's brought your case back. It's in the extension under the settee.
And what else?
Well, you know, we talked about this and that.
So he doesn't want to come back?
Well, I wouldn't say that for definite. Listen, I think it's about time you and him started to get to know each other a bit better.
How do you mean?
He's your husband, love. And if you still want him, then you better get out there and get him back.
And is that it, like?
Look, I've got to get off to school. But you could start by asking him about his police record. See ya.
There you go, mate. Cheers.
So what did Katie say? What do you think? She's just clammed up tight. Stuck to all the same stories our Jackie been spinning us. Been with Barry in Brum. The Farnhams adopted a sprout from Coventry. Dad, don't you think you should just leave it? Leave it? No way, son. She was covering up, I know she was. She had that look about her, you know, like she was panicking inside. Well, no wonder with you coming on Inspector Frost on her. Behave yourself, will you? I don't have to be John Thor to work it out either. It's obvious, isn't it? Our Jackie gets involved with Max Farnham. Probably with him lead that on. She ends up having his baby, which she gives away. And then bingo, all of a sudden, the Farnhams are walking around with a brand new baby. Now, what kind of a coincidence is that?
Well, it is possible, I suppose. But, Dad, look at the photo. I mean, why would Jackie be all pally with Susanna as well as Max? I mean, unless they were having some sort of threesome going on.
Michael, you might stoop that low, but our Jacqueline wouldn't. And anyway, Susanna might not have known who the father was when that was taken. She might have only found out later. But I'll tell you something. If Max has been carrying on with our Jackie, and she has ended up having this baby, that makes me little Abby's granddad. If I am his granddad, then I want to know.
So what are you going to do?
What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to put our Jacqueline up against the wall until she gives me a straight answer.
A trip down memory lane next on 4 with two friends who used to be lovers.
She in then? Who? Who? Oh, Jacqueline, that's who.
Is she not up in the flat now?
I think I'll have a cappuccino while I'm waiting, eh?
You have the neighbours talking to you, me coming out of here so early.
I should be so lucky.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Well, I just meant it's nice to have a bit of positive gossip rather than all the stuff I've been getting lately.
Depends whether you think a builder can give you a positive image and a married one at that.
Well, it couldn't be any worse.
Oh, thanks.
No! I'm sorry. Oh, I'm putting my foot in it today.
That's all right. You sure you're not jumping in with both feet over this grants job?
No. It's what I want to do. I should have done it ages ago.
And they'll be expecting me, will they?
Yes. I called and arranged it all last night.
Okie dokie. I'll see you later.
Where have you been, Jack?
What was all that on my head out there?
He's found out you've had a baby.
What? Well, have you told him?
No, I didn't. He was rooting through Max's stuff when he left it in his flat. He found a picture of you pregnant at the Farnham's wedding.
And what did he say?
All sorts of stuff. He reckons you've had an affair with Max, got pregnant to give the baby to Susanna.
Yeah, well, that's mad. That's crazy.
Is it? Jackie, what's going on?
Mike, I told you when I gave you your job back. It was adopted.
You won't tell him about the money in it, will you? Jackie, I don't want him finding out about that.
Look, do you think I should get away for a bit?
Just till things settle down.
You what?
Well, all the lies and everything I've told him. I can't face him.
Look, you're going to have to face him sooner or later, so why not just get it over with?
Yeah, but what's he gonna say? Do you think he's told me mum? I just couldn't handle that. I really couldn't.
So, love,
Any sign of Jackie, Rich?
that's what we'd all like to know.
I think she's gone down to put some job ads in for the new club.
All right. Well, that's what I wanted to say about, really. Listen, just tell her I called, and I'll call back later, OK?
Don't worry, son. I'll tell her when she turns up.
Hello, is that Benny? Hi, it's Niamh Musgrove here. Yeah. Look, has Joey turned in yet? All right. No, he was going to go straight there from his milk round this morning. OK. Could you ask him to call me at home when he gets there? Thanks very much, Benny. OK. Cheerio.
Gone AWOL again, has he?
No, Dad. He's just trying to do a wee bit extra on the cabs.
So he should. What's the damage on Greg Shadwick's estimate?
More than we can afford, of course.
There's no way the building insurance is going to pay up.
Well, they agreed to send someone out to look at it for us.
Blast. But look, I had a bit of a chat with one of the bosses in work. Legal type, you know. And he reckons even if it's a bit iffy, they have to pay up if the policyholder doesn't know nothing about what's happened. He doesn't, does he?
No, of course not. It's as big a mystery to us as it is to everyone else.
That figures. Everything about your lot's a mystery to me.
Oh, Dad, please. I could really do without this. Don't you think 20 years is long enough to keep singing the same song?
Not if it's a classic, which your lot definitely are.
Yeah, well, what does that make you then? A golden oldie?
Been flashing the cash again?
Really, shut it. Can I have a more large cappuccino, please? Yeah, sure. No. No.
You got something you should be doing, Dad, like getting your leg over Auntie or something.
There's nothing more urgent than finding out if my daughter was pregnant or not.
All right, Linz, who's all this for, then?
Well, it's not for you, that's for sure.
For that, Jackie.
So was this to get me here and the legs to keep me here?
Well, you've got the legs, if you want them.
What's all this about?
You first.
What do you mean?
Well, for a start. What about your police record?
I'll take that, shall I, love?
Yeah, give us a minute, Rich, please. All right, Jack.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Yeah, no problem. There you go. Okay, thank you very much.
What are you doing here?
Making a start on the alterations.
Alterations? What's happening? Why aren't we serving lunch?
It's going to take me a week or two to change it over.
I'm sorry, but...
Your missus told me she'd sold up to Mr. Danobody there. It's going to be a Balti house.
I want to know if you've had a baby.
Dad, this is stupid.
Look at the belly on you. Can't believe you turned up at his wedding like that. It is, isn't it?
All right, yeah.
Max Farnham. Him of all people. God almighty, is this still going on?
No,
So where's the baby?
I had it adopted.
No, you never. You gave it to Susanna Farnham, didn't you?
I didn't. That's crazy.
Then explain why you get a baby adopted and she suddenly turns up with a new kid out of thin air. It's too much of a coincidence, Jackie.
I had it adopted.
And why did you go to her wedding with your belly sticking out here when you were carrying on with her husband, eh? You gave it to them, didn't you?
I told you, Dad, no.
I can see you having an affair, but what were you doing going to the wedding? I've heard about women forgiving their husbands for playing away, but taking in a baby and all.
Dad, she didn't take in the baby. I had it adopted.
Then why should she invite you to the wedding, Jackie? I thought he was joking when he was on about some sort of kinky three-in-a-bed routine you had going with him and his wife, but...
Behave yourself.
Jackie, that was meant as a joke. And you calm down, all you're doing is upsetting her.
You weren't brought up to behave like this. What would your mother say, for God's sake? Having a baby by a married man and then just giving him away. Now tell me the truth, Jackie. Has Susanna Farnham got that baby?
No.
He's given this family nothing but trouble and insults since the day we came to live round here. Why him?
Dad, I hate him now.
Yeah, but he's got my grandchild, hasn't he?
Dad, will you leave it?
He has, though, hasn't he?
No.
There's something that doesn't add up here. Something not right. And you gave my grandchild away. If Farnham was here now, I'd kill him for what he's done.
I have to go and talk to him.
Hey, Max or me dad?
My dad, obviously. Mike, what do you think I am? No, I'll have to go after him.
Look, Jackie, just leave him.
God, I've wrecked everything. He's never going to speak to me again.
How come you've never told me any of this before?
It was buried. I wanted to keep it that way.
And where... No, when did the camp hairdresser come in?
When I got caught in Irene Hennessy's bedroom.
What?
Well, she used to come round and do one of my mate's mum's hairs, like a foreigner, and she worked in one of the biggies in town. But at night, she'd do some home visits to some of her own clients.
Oh, so I gather it wasn't just home perm she was on to it then.
Well, I think she took a bit of a shine to me, because I was rather large for my age, you know. And before too long, I was, you know...
I think I get the picture. How old were you?
17.
And she was?
44.
Oh, that's the same age as me mum.
Don't.
And the bedroom stuff.
Well, one thing led to another, and another. Until we were up in Irene's bedroom one day and Stan came home.
Your husband?
Well, there was nowhere else for me to go except under Irene's styling brush. She told Stan she'd been training me and that I was gay. And she gave me a job in her place so that Stan couldn't ask any more questions. And once I got in there, I realised how much he could earn. I went to college and...
Ah, so you're just as big a fraud as I am then?
No, Lindsay. OK, yeah, we were both kids brought up on Corby estates. But I was just pretending to be a camp hairdresser. I didn't go around shooting people. That's what I was running away from.
OK. So, what if it had been you that had been razor cut? You know, like that guy you told my dad about? Or, say, your brother or your sister or even your cousin? Would you have just run away then?
I wasn't running away, Linz. I was just making a different choice for what kind of life I wanted to live.
Well, that's what I want to do. So, come on. What do you think of this?
What, live next door to your mum and dad?
Look, I know you don't really want to live in the extension. And it makes so much sense to have my mum and dad next door, you know, to look after Kylie and especially as we're going to be so busy with the new salon.
But I thought we were going to put all my money into the new business to get it off on a proper basis.
Well, that's before we had my dad's money.
It's dirty.
It's not now. It's clean. Oh, come on, Peter. We've told each other everything now, haven't we? No more secrets.
Yeah.
I can understand you being reluctant after what I've done. But that's all in the past. I've told you everything now. Can we start again, please?
Okay. Start again.
Brilliant.
What the hell do you think you've done?
Changed the locks.
No, I meant Grant's.
Sold it.
You had no right to do that. You sold my job, my whole livelihood.
It's my restaurant, as this is my house.
You've made a fool out of me. Did you arrange for Shadwick to be there especially to humiliate me?
Don't be ridiculous. Anyway, do you care about my humiliation?
What am I supposed to do now?
Get a job, perhaps?
Well, where can I get work?
It's not my problem. I'll be busy with the new club.
Haven't you punished me enough? How long is this going to go on?
I think you should go.
Look, I know you don't believe me, but Faye and me, it's over. I won't go near her again. I swear, I never will. Look, please stop this. You can't cut me adrift.
I can. By getting a divorce immediately.
You can't?
I can. And I'll be taking legal advice straight away. Not from Warren. After all, I wouldn't want to have to tell him about Faye, would I?
It's not that easy, you know. I mean, there's something worth salvaging here with the baby on the way.
I'll look after both of the children. You just do what you do best. Look after yourself. I mean it, Max.
Can't get a divorce. It'll all come out, you know. It'll wreck Warren and Faye's marriage.
Faye's the least of my worries.
Well, what about Warren? I mean, he's the innocent party in all this, and he's still a friend.
Then I suggest you forget all about contesting the divorce. I can't see Warren using his valuable contacts to find you a new job. If he finds out his best friend has been screwing his wife for 20 years, he won't be pulling any strings for you, will he?
I don't know how you can do this to me. You've ruined my life.
You've ruined yourself, Max, with your lies and deceit and... Oh, just go!
Can we try again? Maybe a trial period, perhaps. 2 or 3 months. I promise I won't mess up. Please, Susanna.
No, Max.
No, I'll try. Honestly, I will. I just need one more chance. For the baby's sake.
I'm sorry, but one crying baby is all I can cope with at the moment. I want you to leave, and I never want to see you again.
If I go, you never will.
Get out.
You hard-faced bitch. What are you doing?
That car is listed as an asset in my former business. You've got no right to it.
They should have them signs they have in swimming pools. No snogging while others are eating.
It's me dad I'm more concerned about.
What do you saw the state of him? Jackie's gutted. You're just gonna have to wait and see if he gets his head round it.
Yeah, but what if he never does?
And it was the truth about Gary, the gun and that. It was definitely just a frightener.
Yes, definitely. And my dad's got rid of the gun.
So there's no more secrets then?
No. And what about you? Any guilty little secret you haven't told me?
Don't be so soft.
Oh, all them girls in the salon. Pretty girls, all of them. And that Frankie one when you're away on the photo shoots.
There's no more secrets. Now you know about all that police stuff, you know everything about me.
You sure?
All I'm concerned about is you and me sticking by what we stood up in that church and promised each other. Commitment.
Me and all.
I just don't want anything else to go wrong between us, Linz.
Oh my God, what's he doing here?
Do you want me to throw him out?
No, just leave it. He'll probably only have one, then go. I don't want to see him. I don't want anything to do with him.
Thought you'd be busy at Grant's.
I'm not involved there anymore.
Eh?
I'm not involved there anymore.
Up for the session, are you, Max?
Can I have a drink in peace?
Fine, no probs.
So is this what the briefcase full of money's all about, then?
I told you, it was me dad's money.
I'm not stupid, Lindsay. And anyway, you haven't let me finish what I was trying to say.
Okay.
I think it'd be perfect, don't you?
You really mean that?
Yep. I've always wanted full ensuite facilities. And one more thing. Someone who really loves me.
Oh, I've been dying to hear you say that. You can have it all in there.
So no more secrets.
Come here, you.
Coffee with milk, please, mate. Bit of a shock you missus selling up then. Leave me alone.
He says he's not involved with Grant's anymore. I thought they co-owned it.
Yeah, well, Susanna sold it. It's in her name.
I didn't know that. Wow, talk about getting revenge.
Yeah, well, he deserves it. I wish he'd just go.
Why? What's he ever done to you?
God, no.
I don't know how you've got the nerve to come in here, Fan. What kind of man are you?
Dad, I don't want any trouble.
After what he did to you?
Isn't there somewhere we can talk private?
I'm not skulking off into the shadows or corners just to hide your sordid little secrets.
Dad, please.
No, not even for you, Jacqueline. You should be ashamed of yourself and all. And you've got some excuse. You're still just a kid. But he's old enough to have known better.
Oh, really? About what exactly?
About taking advantage of a young girl half his age and then forcing her to go away and have the kid adopted when she fell pregnant.
Now, that's enough!
Ah, the truth hurts, doesn't it, Maxie? It's enough to turn your stomach. He gets a young girl in trouble and doesn't think twice about dumping his own flesh and blood. That's choice, isn't it, eh? That is really choice. Especially from the man who lost 2 kids in a car crash. You see, that is the truth about this pathetic excuse for a man.
That is not the truth! You know, we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for this greedy, money-grabbing little bitch. Do you know she'd do anything for money, that one? No, I paid her to have that baby. Oh, yes. It's the truth. It's the truth, all right. She'd do anything for money, including having a baby. How do you think she got the money together for this new club of hers? How do you think she managed to keep hold of this place when she was about to go bang? Because of me. You think Susanna and me adopted that baby for free? Oh, she gave us a new baby, all right. And I paid her £30,000.
That's true.
You did it for money.
Dad, I had to do it.
Little Harry, my grandson, he sold your baby. Get out of my sight.
Ambulance, call an ambulance. Stop the house a sec.
I've got it.
Dad, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you admit
Give him
it?
some space, give him some air. Dad, come on, the ambulance is coming. Just hold on. Just keep breathing. Dad, just hold on.
Hey, Jackie, do anything like that? Having a baby for money?
She must be as desperate as Max and Susanna.
This lot could kill him.
Don't worry, you're going to be okay, Mr. Dixon.
Can I come with him?
Are you coming?
Next Tuesday's Brookside is at the usual time of 8 o'clock here on 4. Next tonight, racing 3 of the world's fastest cars and putting four-wheel drives through their paces on Driven.